My name is Nick and welcome back to Cabin View Ventures. Today we are talking mosquito control. I want to show you guys the approach I take that works for me. Now, full disclosure, I am not licensed in pesticides, herbicides, any of the sides. I am just your typical homeowner who likes to spend some time outside and not get destroyed by mosquitoes. Now, I've been doing this for a couple years now. Again, this is what works for me, and I've gotten all of my knowledge from talking to professionals, doing my own online research, and just trying some things out on my own. So that's really important. I mean, this stuff, you're dealing with chemicals. So make sure you're reading your caution labels, doing your own research, checking with your township rules and regulations. Just learn a lot about it before you try to do an application yourself, because it can be dangerous. So what I have here, I have a sprayer and I have some mosquito traps. I just bought a new sprayer, so we're going to do an unboxing and we're going to talk about this. This is the Fimco Industries Pro Series 25-gallon spot sprayer. This does not have the boom sprayer on it, but you can add them to this. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then the mosquito traps I use, these are the Spartan Mosquito traps. I've been using these for a couple years now. These work good. You don't see the effect like you do from spraying a pesticide, but these definitely help control the mosquito population on your property. And then we're going to touch a little bit on pesticides, but again, I am no expert on this, so talk to a professional, do your own research. There's lots of good websites out there. DoMyOwn.com is a really good one, and you can buy some pretty good pesticides on their site, stuff that you can't typically buy in your big box stores. Now, a lot of this is state regulated, so you may or not be able to get this stuff in the state you live in, so you'll just have to check on that on your own. So let's dig in and do the unboxing. What I'm going to do is get this set up. Now, these are ATV spot sprayers. These work great in an ATV, in a UTV, or even a tractor. So if you have, a tractor with forks on it, front forks, rear forks, any kind of rear carryall, you can really mount these to anything. Even if you have a yard cart that you're going to pull behind your garden tractor, you can set them up pretty much anywhere. Because this has the wand sprayer on it, and what's nice with this one, it has a long hose. It's got a 25-foot hose on it. So you're going to be able to park somewhere and get a lot of reach depending on where you need to spray. So let's unbox this thing and check it out. Now, one of the reasons I went with this one is they are a very popular brand. You can buy them almost anywhere. A lot of like Tractor Supplies, any type of agricultural store, even some of the big box stores will carry this brand. You can buy them online, of course, so they're easy to find. But this one I bought at a Tractor Supply. I have a couple in my area, and they also stock all of the replacement parts you could need, which is very important because it is not uncommon for these things to go through pumps, go through wands, go through hoses. So being able to run out in the middle of a job if you do have a problem so you can get your pump back up and running is really important for me. So one of the main reasons I went with this one. And I like the pump that's on this. So this has a nice heavy duty pump on it. And these things are pretty simple units. Not a whole lot to them. So, in the top of the box here, we've got our connection to plug in. some mounting brackets. I think this one is 10 feet, this power cable for this thing, which is really nice. I don't need something quite that long because it's only, you know, maybe 5 or 6 feet to the battery in my side-by-side from where I mount this in the bed. But right out of the gate, this has a nice thick heavy-duty cable on it. That's going to plug right into your unit, and then you're going to hook right up to your battery. You've got an inline fuse for protection, and you've got an on-off switch. You got your 13-inch wand. This thing I think is up to 100 psi, so this is going to have a lot of reach to it. Our instructions. I have found that these 25-gallon tanks work well for me. So I don't really need anything bigger. Another nice thing with these is being able to attach the boomless sprayer to it. So I think it has the mounts on the bottom. Yeah, it's got the mounts on the bottom of it. So that's where your boomless sprayer is going to attach. And then if you have a lot of yard space that you want to spray, or a pasture, that'd be a nice addition. And they have different size ones that you can buy. So you think they start at like 7 feet and probably go out to almost 20 feet, I would guess. So, and then the top of these, really simple. You just have your high flow pump. You've got a filter here, and you've got your cap, which this one has a measuring cup right inside of it. Pretty cool, actually. So you can measure out your pesticides right in there. Now my pesticide bottle has one on there as well, but you can only do up to 4 ounces at a time. And this stuff, this is bifenthrin, 7.9% bifenthrin. This I spray at about 2 ounces per gallon. You really don't want to do anything less than 1 ounce per gallon. So, you know, I would only be able to do like 2 gallons at a time on this measuring cup, where this one here, I can just keep loading this up all the way up to 32 ounces. It's got a little pour spout, so you can dump a lot in at one time, which will help speed things up. Now you actually have another little lid right on top, so you can keep this closed, pour directly into that, or maybe just pop that to release any pressure you have when you're done spraying. Alright, so we've got our tank, we've got our wand. These brackets, I've got one bracket, a screw, and a washer. So this grommet goes inside this bracket here, just to protect your wand. Good, that's done. So I just gotta go grab a screwdriver and we'll put this thing on. Alright, so I wrapped the hose around first, and now we're gonna, there's 2 different mounting points, there's one on each side. So I just screw that in. There you go. Pretty easy. Untangle this. I'm going to plug this in. We'll just leave this sit right on top here for now. That's done. Mosquito traps. So each kit has 2 bottles in it. These are sealed, so you take the lids off. You're gonna fill these, shake them up really good, and then you're gonna put the lids back on, and then they come with hooks so you can hang them from a tree branch. All right, and they're actually protected on the top so they can't get too much water in them. And then that has holes all around it so the mosquitoes can go in, drink that juice, go back to their nest, and kill everything at home. Let's go fill these up. Hang at least 80 feet from where people gather outside. So you got a pretty good distance you're supposed to keep them, because what they'll do is attract mosquitoes. So you don't want to hang them, you know, right next to your deck, because you're going to get a bunch of mosquitoes that swarm that area. So 80 feet is the recommendation, at least. You want to make sure you have a pretty gentle setting. You don't want to just blast this thing with water and have it come right back at you. Alright guys, it's as simple as that, and you just go hang them where you want them. Alright guys, it's about 7 o'clock, it's cooling down, there's like no wind, so perfect night to do a little bit of spraying. I have the tank set up, I put a little bit of water in it just to test it out. I got it strapped down, so everything's working good, no leaks, so we're ready to fill this thing up. I'm probably going to do about 20 gallons. That should be enough for what I want to do tonight, but we'll see. So this thing puts out quite a bit, a lot of pressure, 100 psi of pressure on this thing. So we'll see how fast we go through that tank. All right guys, the tank is full, so we are ready to spray. My goal is to get the hillsides done tonight. I'm gonna start back by the shed, so by the time we drive back there, this thing's gonna mix itself up pretty good. It's definitely gonna be dark by the time I'm done. So I gotta spray, I gotta do some cleanup. I'm gonna give you guys my closing remarks now, but stick around for a couple more minutes so you can see this sprayer in action. I'll get you guys set up on the top of the hill here. So I'm gonna work my way from the shed up towards the house. So you should get a good view on how far this thing can spray. The nozzle itself, the spray pattern is actually adjusted in the handle or in the trigger. I don't know if I really like that. I might put my other wand on here, but we'll try this one out and see how it does. If I don't like it, my other wand just has the standard adjustment on the end of it, so you can get the pattern you like. But we'll try that one out and see how it goes. All right, let me get you guys set up and let's get spraying.